Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video. So like you've probably read by the title, today we're going to be talking about your Star Stable ideas. This time I decided I wanted to interact more with you guys, and I posted this story on Instagram where you could submit your own Star Stable ideas. So today we're going to go over a lot of those, and I don't have a lot of time for my intro, so without any further ado, let's just jump straight into it and get into all of the amazing ideas you guys submitted. The very first idea comes from Hannah Bluebank, and she says to create your own starter, like with the texture of their coat and details, not only the color. And I have to say, I really love the idea of being able to customize your starter horse, because I feel like the starter horse would be so much more personal if that were possible. The starter horses we have right now are kind of pre-made because their coat has been chosen, the color and style of their mane has been chosen, the markings have been chosen, and they've been all put together as like a horse you can choose, and they're quote-unquote pre-made. If you would be able to choose the color of the coat, the mane style and color, and the markings, and so many more details, like she says, maybe even the texture, I think that the starter horses, like I said, will be so much more personal and people would ride them much more often. I also feel like the variety of starter horses would become so much bigger, and making a system like this is actually not as hard as you might think. So this is a very great first idea. I really love this one. Moving on to idea number 2, which comes from Elmo_SSO, and they said ability to change weather and time of day. And I've suggested this in a past Star Stable Ideas video, but I would love to have weather in game, for example, rain like this, as well as being able to change the time of day, because every time I want to record a video in the evening, I have to do it on my Nightstar account because on my main account right here, it gets dark. On photo mode, you're even able to change the time of day for your picture, and I would love to have something like that for, you know, the actual game as well. Now you might be questioning, well, where would they put it? Well, I would suggest in the creative section that you could put a button right here, because there's still space right here, change time of day, and then you could like swipe and do all that jazz. So yeah, there is a space for that, and this would be really helpful for not only YouTubers like me, but also people who like to roleplay, or people who like to make Star Stable music videos and want to record one in the dark, but they don't want to stay up until 12 a.m. which is quite logical. This next one kind of adds on to the previous one, but this one's from Hannah Blueberry Ward, and she says filming mode. In that mode, we could be invisible and ignore everyone at once. And I mentioned this in my Saturday video from 2 weeks ago that I don't like how Star Stable has a button to ignore every single thing except for all players. In that filming mode, we could also have the previous idea mentioned, as in changing the time of day for filming, and so much more actually. This could be a really nice thing, especially for Star Stable YouTubers, and you know, I'm thinking about myself right now, but I think a lot of other people would enjoy this a lot too. And I mean, it would make sense because we already have photo mode, so why not filming mode, right? For the next idea, I chose one that I found really interesting, and it's by faux.sso. I'm not sure how I pronounce your name, but it's on the screen right now, so you'll be fine. And they said being able to change home stable colors could be handy for more personal pics, and I think this is such a great idea. To explain my view on this in more detail, we'll have to go to my home stable, so I'm gonna go back to my home stable and get into how I think that this could work. So here we are in my home stable, and I personally feel like the things you could potentially personalize are obviously the floor, maybe even the decoration like the closet and all this stuff in here, maybe even the type of wood that is used in the stable, because there's a lot of wood here, and if you would be able to customize that, I would really like that, honestly. Maybe even the windows or the lamps up here, that would be really cool as well. Creating a system like this would take some time, but I really think think that a lot of players would appreciate it so much if Star Stable gave us the ability to customize our home stables. Moving on to Inactive.Dove Feather's idea. They say we should be able to earn star coins some way instead of buying them, and I totally agree. Maybe Star Stable could implement special events for like a week or so where you could earn 100 extra star coins, because especially since the items have become so expensive, I mentioned this in my last video too, I think that we should get more star coins. And another suggestion of me would be that on your birthday you'd receive 100 extra star coins, or maybe even 200, just because it's your birthday and you deserve a gift, right? There are so many other games out there that do that, and for Star Stable being such a big game, I think that this would be possible for them as well. These are just some suggestions, and I don't want to push Star Stable too much here because I know that they have to make money too, because they're a company and they have to make profit. But I believe if they're going to make the items so expensive, they should give some back as well so we can actually purchase them too. And I'm not talking about the horses here because I am so fine with the prices of the horses right now. It's just that the items are becoming really expensive, and that's what I'm quite upset about, you know? So yeah, maybe extra star coins on a birthday, or doing separate events where you can earn a little bit of star coins. That would be really nice as well. The next suggestion I have is this one by Axes.Drawings. SSO should add blankets and or halters so the game could be much more realistic. By the way, love you. Well, first off, I love you too, thanks so much. And secondly, I would love to see blankets and or halters because, like you say, it would make the game so much more realistic, and I just think that they should add more equipment in general, because right now we have saddles, bridles, saddle pads, decoration, and also leg wraps, but other than that, we really don't have anything else. Like breastplates and stuff, we don't have that. I think that the role players in our community would really benefit from blankets and halters, because usually people use bridles like this one with bits as halters, but it doesn't really look realistic. And also, it's not just because of the realism aspect. I think that it would be really helpful to editors on Instagram as well, because right now a lot of people are editing blankets and halters on, but it doesn't always look as realistic as you would maybe like it to be. And even if you're not someone who's really big on taking pictures or roleplay, I think that this would be cool for you too, because you could, for example, put your horses in their paddock or stable with the blanket on if you'd like, and I just think it would be really cool in general for all players as well. Idea 7 and 8 both revolve around clubs, hence why I put them together, as I will do for the next one as well, but we'll get into that. So the first one is from Antoinette Silverforce, and they said, update club function. Give the owner an option to give leaders the right to add people and edit the calendar. I agree with this, because when you make someone a leader in your club, they're supposed to lead the club with you, so they should have the same rights as the club owner, right? I understand why you wouldn't want to give a leader the disband or remove member option, and you don't have to, Star Stable, at all, because I personally disagree with that too, but giving the leaders the option to change the calendar and so much more would be really beneficial for club owners, because it makes it so much easier to manage a club that way. The one next to it says to be able to make club tack, saddle pads, t-shirts, and have a club logo. Well, when it comes to the club logo, I definitely think that you should be able to choose a logo for your club. Maybe Star Stable could design some logos that you could choose for your club. That would be really cool. And also maybe a separate tab for club outfits, because that seems really cool as well. And then obviously you should be able to enable or disable it, because some clubs don't like club outfits because they don't want their members spending money on their club outfits. Other clubs love the vibe that club outfits give, and they should be able to like put the club outfits in the club tab, and maybe even like make this a separate window where you can buy the club outfit as well. well, that would be really cool. And also only the owner would be able to change that too. The last two suggestions are from the same person, hence why I put them together. So these two are from livia._.sso467. And the first idea they suggested is when in Dressage Arena, you could canter and press certain buttons to change the lead of your horse. Personally, I would love to have SSO add this because right now the horses only have one lead, and I would love to be able to change from, for example, the right lead to the left and the other way around. I really don't see a negative there, so I would really love that. And then for the other suggestion they had is you could also press like shift forward to change the rising of the trot, which would be really helpful for dressage as well. So in my opinion, that idea is really nice as well. And that was it. I'm really surprised by how many of you guys are so creative and were able to come up with so many amazing ideas. I have so much more on my phone right now. Unfortunately, I couldn't mention all of the ideas, and also if you still have to add something, leave a comment down below. I would love to read it. But you guys, I'm really surprised. So yeah, I really want to thank all of you who sent in your submissions. I really loved all of them. And with that being said, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more videos of mine, for example, another update video on Wednesday, then please go ahead and subscribe down below, as well as turn on your notifications so you'll never ever miss out on any videos I post. And yeah, I really hope I'll see you back on Wednesday with a brand new video on the new Yule goats. Those are kind of suspicious, but we're gonna check them out on Wednesday, and I really hope I'll see you then. So yeah, you guys have a great week, and until then, bye guys!